The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Welcome to RezX,
an Indigenous lifestyle show for everybody.
For everybody. I'm Bellegarde.
I'm Tyler Tootoosis.
And we're your co-hosts for today. Now we have an awesome premiere episode here today. We have a powwow singer, hand drum singer, Andy Bellegarde, coming to talk about how he started to do singing, how he learned. And we have a couple other extra bits of information we want to share with him that I'm sure a lot of you that are watching right now will be pretty blown away about. Other than that, Tyler, how you been, man? It's been a bit.
It's been a while since I've been down here, you know. On the way down, a lot of new buildings have been built. There's some interesting things on the highway. No hitchhikers, so it was kind of lonely for a while there. Luckily, I had my buddy come with me and kept me going, telling me a lot of cool stories, you know. Yeah, so it was an interesting drive here. I thought the weather was going to be, you know, wicked, but I sacrificed an animal before I left, so we're good to go today, man.
Yeah, that would have been we probably would have been KFC, hey? Tuesday?
Yeah, man. I was gonna sacrifice a bird, one drumstick out the window.
Man, yeah, it's since our last episode, I think what we've seen is it's just tons of stuff that are happening right now in the communities that we see on the news. Mm-hmm. Man, there's so many things. It's just kind of like, you remember when you were a kid and you only had a few channels on TV, so you had to like just turn.
Right.
You had 3 channels, and one of them was playing two of them, the French one and the English one, were playing the same thing.
Or when you get to the middle of the night and it was old Canada and then the ugly noise, yeah.
Now it's like everything. It's like with social face media and book talk and Snap chit chat and all that stuff.
It's too much. Yeah, I'm having an information overload, man.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I like to unplug and just sit there and watch my plant grow.
Well, yeah, and see, now it's in the new season here.
Mm-hmm. So much to talk about, right?
Yeah, how's classes and stuff going? Like
for kids?
Yeah, for kids, man.
We're back in the classroom. I'm glad kids are back. Their kids actually are really phenomenal little people. Like they can adapt so well, and it's like it doesn't even affect them. We get shut down for a couple of weeks. We go online, and they come back, and it's like they never, you know, it's like nothing's ever happened. Most of the time in this one class, I had a tiny little red elephant, and that's all they're worried about. It's like, where did you hide the red elephant? I was like, holy these guys, you're so resilient.
It's like when you're a kid, and then it's like powwow season's ended.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, 6 months passes.
What do we do now?
And then you're like, and then you go back, and it's like you never left.
Yep, yeah. That's right. That's when we're going to talk about stuff like that, right? Right. So we're going to move on. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. You guys ready?
We're
here on AccessNOW.
Yep.
And we like to talk about different things. We like, you know, for all of our First Nations and Michif viewers out there, you know, we like to chit chat. You know, it's like the powwow trail. I'm here with my co-host Tyler Tootoosis. I'm Bellegarde, and man, there's lots of stuff that was happening. One thing that I wanted to actually talk about was this trucker convoy.
The Ice Road Truckers?
No, that's a good show actually, but it's an extra cost to get on there and watch that. But maybe they should have had Ice Road Truckers with a trucker convoy.
We have something.
Like the convoy.
Moving on, we're good.
Yeah, but it's crazy because if you think about semis and then you're driving on the highway, if you've ever been driving on the highway and then you never really hear the horn, but imagine like just sitting there, like when I was watching on the news in Ottawa, they're just like ringing on that horn, and you're just sitting there at home. It's like, imagine dogs and cats just freaking out in the house and stuff like that.
Just losing it, man.
Like, well, what is your take on it? Well, like, what did you see? Convoys? I could hear them honking their horns from my house, and I don't even live downtown.
Oh, that's right. They came here. Right?
Yeah,
well, they passed through North. Well, they passed through North Battleford, and a lot of people joined on with them. Hey, and there's a lot of those flags out there. You know, those dark ones. I want to say the flags, and there's a lot of. You know, there's a lot of fake news about it when I first started hearing about it, but I wanted to get to the truth, hey? Like, really, what's the truth? And what are they really wanting to do and go there for, hey? Mm-hmm. And the question that pops in my head is, did they achieve it? Yeah. But then there's so much we could talk about. The shortages we're having now and all these things, or the bouncy castles. They had bouncy castles there. I mean, the next protest I go to that's an Indigenous, we're going to be on the front line there, you know, saving Mother Earth. But we need those bouncy castles.
The same ones that go to the powwow where they're like, $5 for 4 minutes.
Yeah, they were there. I'm
free.
surprised, you know, around this area in the Powell country, everybody knows Ramsey's pony rides. I'm surprised they weren't there too.
Man, you know, that's the thing. It's like we think about that convoy. Well, what were they doing? Why were they doing it? And then on the other side of it, I wonder how many of our native brothers and sisters gas stations got a lot of money from those truckers filling up on the way across Canada.
Or, you know, there's just a bro, he's like, come on in, I'll use my treaty card, I'll fill you up, cuz. All of a sudden, they're going to get a call from the government pretty soon, probably. We got this footage of you. Oh, no, that was my cousin. He was using my treaty card. He looks like me.
Yeah. See, now you look at it now like this. You said you're back in the classroom now with the kids. Restrictions. They've lifted. There's still recommendations to wear masks, but they're not health orders or anything like that. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've been pretty adaptable with it. You know, when on the way here, I kept remembering. I was like, oh yeah, I don't even have to wear when I leave. But we're still mandated to wear them at the school where I work. The CNC chief and council, they said we just want to keep it safe for the kids. And you know, I agree. I'm going to agree with it because I still got some really cool masks that I haven't worn yet. Hey, it's yeah. Damn Amazon. By the time I get my package, the pandemic will be over.
You know,
and then I'll get them and they'll just be this big.
And then you wash them, they go small. It's like Zoolander.
Yeah, that's all the cover is my pointing lips.
No, I think for me too, the mask is kind of, I just like 10 years ago, 20 years when I was a kid, wearing masks in a store. Yeah. Oh man, they're gonna call the cops. Then they tell you wear a mask, wear one right in the store, and they don't call the cops, and I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Now, you don't have to wear a mask, and I want to put one on because I'm scared of this pandemic and stuff. Like, and all of a sudden I'm doing something wrong now again. Do we ever get anything right?
Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. Is that where the oppression is? That we don't know what the hell to do now? I feel like Dory. To mask or not to mask, you know?
You know, it is strange, but you know, coming from someone, I never really, I did get COVID, hey? Yeah. I ended up getting COVID.
Me too.
I swear I got it from a place I never really go a store, but I call it the Baller Dollar Store. It's not the dollar store.
OBC for COVID brothers.
CNC. Chief and Council. No, it's not. Cousins in COVID.
Welcome to COVID.
Yeah, but I think that's my whole thing. It's like I was scared of getting it, and now I wear this mask, and just that whole idea of not even knowing how many people have it anymore. It's like, oh, we only have 2,000 people right now active. Let's not even report on it.
Do you think it'll blow up again, cases, or it'll just be like,
no,
on those little, you know, the little plants that you blow, and it just goes Omicron.
Oh, you mean dandelions?
Yeah, those things.
You're just that kid, you don't even know what you're doing?
That'll be Omicron floating in it.
Meanwhile, you're actually just taking one species and just making it invasive to another. Look at this.
Don't bother me, I'm splicing.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Powell season open up. Round dances are starting to open up.
I'm going to hit it hard, man. I got my ointment. Like I was greasing up this leg. I'm getting my slide going on. Got my round dance shoes, you know. They're like my old curling shoes, but they make that noise.
You got your patchouli ready?
Yeah, I'll tell you something though, and if it happens this year, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Every round dance I go to, lunch, I always get the end of the sandwich every time.
Really?
Yes, man. I want the middle of the sandwich now.
Oh, you always get the crust.
Right? I don't even get much mustard either, just a little dab and just like, where's the flavor?
And coming up after the break here, we're going to be talking with our first guest of this season, Andy Bellegarde. We're going to be talking about powwow. We talk about hand drum singing, round dances, hockey, powwow food. We're going to talk, I don't know, we'll see what Andy wants to talk about, but more importantly, amazing singer, amazing hand drum singer, and I'd like to welcome to the show. Come on down, Andy B, or A.K. Andy, or A.K. Bellegarde.
Oh!
Should we just call him Cuz?
There we go. Come on in, Cuz.
Come on, Cuz.
Man, hook me up when you're the stick man.
Welcome back to RezX on AccessNOW. I'm Brad Bellegarde. I'm here with my co-host Tyler Tootoosis, and we have our first guest here, Andy Bellegarde from Little Black Bear First Nation. But you know, in many walks of life, he's known. He's known in the hockey world. He's known in the hand drum singing world. He's just known. So let's have a little conversation with Andy. Andy, first of all, thank you for coming to be on RezX, man. How you feeling?
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Yeah, it's been an honor being back here in the studio again. Share some of my knowledge, some of the stuff I know growing up, and so yeah, it's very good to be back here, man.
Okay, I noticed you have a drum in front of you. We'll just get right into it. When did you start
When
singing?
did I start singing? I can probably the better part of my life when I was about 12 years old.
How old are you now? Aren't you only 18?
No, I'm 37. So, but yeah,
Still fresh.
yeah, still young, still fresh. Yeah. No, I started singing when I was, going to a lot of ceremonies. That's where I started singing, and it just evaporated ever since growing up. When I picked up the hand drum and singing at the big drums, I sing with a well-respected drum group, Red Dog. You guys are wearing your big medallions. I feel out of place because I have my Red Dog medallion, so I feel like.
Boy, you got that one right
Don't
there.
feel too bad, because on the way here I have to get this out of Hawk just so. Not that sacred.
Yeah. I just sleep with mine all the time just in case something happens. Always having it with me.
Or you could be like Chris Scribe. He has a big one, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
this
yeah,
big.
yeah.
I told him, I was like, when you push that, you're like Iron Man, and the whole grass dance outfit just folds out.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
Boy, I gotta get one bigger than his. I'll be like, what's up now, cuz? What's up, cuz? So ceremonies and stuff. I guess it's that's definitely that's the thing. So just tell us a bit about this drum right here. What we got?
This drum is a hand drum, but it's made of deer, rawhide, and then it has a little bit of a boom sound to it, and it has like a little bit crispy noise.
Man.
So you get that beat, you get that round dance beat. So anyways, yeah,
felt
that's
that.
so. It has different styles of singing. You can do a powwow drum style beat with regular hand drum style, or else a real slow one.
Yeah.
But anyways, I started singing at a young age, and it was really took off from there. I even was a Treaty 4 warrior back in the day when I used to dance powwow.
In 1870s.
Yeah, 1870s, man. It's come a long ways. No, but
Yeah. You're counting Cooper on top of the hill there.
Yeah.
Look at the fort over there. You're just on the other side of the golf course in front.
Looking like one of those kids from Dances from Wolves.
Yeah. That's okay. So.
And then I actually got into So I was playing hockey at the same time. Like nobody really knew this as a hockey player growing up. Nobody knew about my side of my culture and stuff. But I was always intrigued with my ways, my traditional ways. But I moved away when I was 15, 16 to go play with Beardies, AAA Beardies, and that was a cultural shock because I had to make new friends and stuff. But I got I lived with some people that took care of me there, and that year we won it there. We put Beardies on the map.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to that. So where did you grow up?
I grew up I was born in Middle Lake. My old man was RCMP, and so I was traveling in and out of town. So I grew up in Fort Capel. So I was born in Middle Lake, and Fort Capel was my home base.
So you went to high school
In Fort Capel.
Bert Fox?
Bert Fox, yeah.
You walk down those hallways, are you just still iconic? Everybody's like, wow! They don't even know who you are?
I don't even know me, man. No, it's kidding. No.
Okay, so you went from some places, so you went from Meadow Lake to you're born and you're in Fort Capel, and then you had to go to Beardies.
Yeah, well, I was playing all my minor hockey years in Fort Capel. I was playing my second year Bantam as a first year midget. So I was wasn't playing with my own age group. I was playing with the older kids,
yeah.
And so that's where I got scouted and.
Like on the reserve, and you just have to play with the older.
No.
Go play with the older cousins.
Yeah. No,
And your bros are like, you think about us, cuz. Yeah. Think about us when you score.
Yeah, it's like Indian horse, how you want to go.
Yeah. I knew it.
No, but no, that's in a nutshell. I got scouted out from the fort, and then from there on in, 2001. That's where we had a good year, and we ended up winning the league. And then after we won the league, we went to regionals in Moose Jaw, and we beat the team in Moose Jaw, all 4 or 5 teams there. And then we went to Air Canada Cup.
Okay, now Air Canada Cup is no more longer Air Canada Cup. It's actually called
TELUS Cup.
Okay, tell us about your cups that you have at home. The
Tell us cup. I wasn't ready for this.
Tell us cup. The Tell us Cup. But Air Canada Cup is where some of the world's most renowned hockey players have played. You had, I know from here in Saskatchewan, Notre Dame won it back in like 88 or something like that, 89, in Notre Dame. And there was the first Bellegarde to ever make it to the Air Canada Cup. We're sitting right here with the second Bellegarde to ever play in the Air Canada Cup. But also what blows me away, I want to let everybody know, he's the first Bellegarde to ever play against Mr. Sidney Crosby. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Tell him how you knocked him out and everything. Like,
So, yeah.
You were the one who knocked out his tooth.
That was me. Well, we got invited to Calgary Max tournament at an invitational tournament in Calgary, and that after that, the Christmas time, that's when we played against all the 30 teams all throughout North America. And Sidney Crosby happened to play with Shattuck St. Mary's and from Ontario, and we played against them, and we ended up beating that team. So yeah, he was already beginning of being all-star then. He was already noticeable, but I knocked him around a couple times.
Yeah, I knew it, man. You're like, hey, man, welcome to Indian country.
You know, I want to bring this out too. Tyler can understand this coming around from North Battleford area. Sports, even though you may not see it, First Nations people are very, very adamant about sports. Basketball, probably because it's inexpensive. Just go grab that balloon over there and put some cement in it.
It's called Hoop Dreams. Yeah.
But
I
mean,
actually
but
took
hockey
apart
too.
my Cookums dream catcher just to make a basketball. Just so I had a hoop.
I said, grab it. You're like, Coco, can you make a real big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I took it apart. I made it for you.
She went, why did you cut the dream catcher? That's my net.
Just a little like, star blankets on the side of it. But anyways, like for hockey though, I know like First Nations kids, we used to have these huge hockey tournaments back in the day. You remember there used to be like the national hockey tournaments that would happen down.
Didn't they have them in Saskatoon too?
Yeah,
the
then they
Gemini
moved,
complex.
They
right?
moved over to the Gemini, but they used to be here. They used to play at the old. It used to be called the junior ice, which used to be where the Pats used to play back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Oh, real old.
And then so there was that's still relevant. So tell me about some of those stories. It's like, did you feel more comfortable playing hockey with First Nations? I'm sure you were what you call a ringer. Did you ever get scooped up from reserves to go play?
Yeah, man, all the time. Like growing up, that's all we did was play help other reserves, help other First Nations reserves, and that's where you get good. You play with other different communities, and then you shine. You shine with all the best, and there's still a lot of like young talent out there that aren't spoken of or aren't heard of. So it just they have to find their groove and get out there, and that's a message I want to get out there for the young people. They need to be more involved in sports, and whatever way you can, just show your love and show whatever you can do, man. So that's appreciate all the love that all the kids that have that love for the sport. So
and your dad too. So are you? Your kids aren't hockey.
9-year-old boys, twins. So then they're following in my footsteps. So I want to take them to that. Take them to the promised land too. One of these days, I want to make them. Hopefully, they can live through my dream. So I got to live my dream through them. So. Yeah, it's amazing though, like to see young kids get involved and stuff. But yeah, it's.
What has hockey done for you then in your life?
It's created more good friends, created a lot of opportunities. It created a lot of memories too. So that's the one thing I love about hockey.
Cool. So your Indian hockey is the drum.
Yeah. I mean, my new Indian is the drum for me. My new hockey, the spirit is for following the beat of the heartbeat of Mother Earth. That's my new calling now.
Right on, bro.
That's deadly.
Right on, bro.
I like that.
Thank you.
All right, that's Andy Bellegarde here. We're going to be back here on AccessNOW TV with RezX.
Hey, yo,
ha ya way yo hey yo hey hey way ya hey ya way yo hey way yo ha way ya way hey yo hey 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 yo hey yo hey hey ya ya hey ya ya way yo hey way yo hey hey ya hey ya ya way yo hey way yo hey ya way yo way ya ya hey ya 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 way ya ya yo hey way yo hey ya way ya way ya ya hey yo hey hey ha yo hey way yo ha ya hey yo hey yo hey hey way ya ya yo hey way yo ha way ya way hey yo hey 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 yo hey yo hey yo way ya ya hey ya 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 way ya ya yo hey way yo hey ya way ya hey ya ya hey yo hey hey ha yo hey way yo ha ya way yo hey yo hey hey way ya ya yo hey way yo ha way ya way hey yo hey 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 yo hey yo hey yo. Way ya way yo hey yo hey way ya way yo hey ya way yo hey hey way yo ha ya hey yo hey ya way ya way ya ya yo hey ya hey yo hey way yo ha ya hey yo hey hey yo hey yo. This is how we sing, this is how we dance the night away. Yeah, we are holding hands side by side, you and I, round and round the Indian way. Hey, oh, hi, hey, oh, hey, 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 oh, hey, oh, hey, way we are, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, way we are, way, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, 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 oh, hi, hey, oh, hey, yeah, we are, way, yeah, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hi, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh.
I just wanted to say thank you. You're pretty damn deadly. You're a damn deadly singer. But $20 says you can't make this in 10 minutes.
I'll throw in an extra 20. Holy smokes, and then you'll be double deadly.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Yep, I'll have that whipped up right away.
After the break. No, really thank you, Andy, for coming on and singing some songs and just telling a little bit about your story. You know, I think you're right. We need to get that topic out there. We need to inspire the kids, the youth, or the future. I'm too young to be old, but I'm too old to be young, so I know where you're coming from. And Tyler.
God, man, hearing the drum just brought me back. Just the other week, I was outside with my cassette player. With an old
Recording yourself?
I wish, man. I'm not even as sliced. I'm too sliced. Yeah. But it just brought me back to the days, you know, of being at a round dance, the ride home at 4 a.m. with the gas redlining it, almost there, and you stashed your bologna sandwich and your cousins know. This brings back memories, man. 40 below with no heat, but we had to go there because, you know, we had our snags. Yep.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. It was fun coming on here, and this is what I love to do as a day-to-day reminder to all my kids and to everybody that likes singing. So, thank you for having me on, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. You know, it kind of reminded me of, have you ever watched The Mandalorian?
Oh man, have I ever watched The Mandalorian? I like 3 times over.
Yeah, so I was watching Boba Fett. Hey, there's Obi-Wan coming out, but Boba Fett, I'm watching it, and then, it kind of took me a little bit to get into it. And I was like, there's more than one Jabba the Hutt? Well, there's 2 of them on there? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's his family. It's just like the cousins, from the reserve you never go to. Mm-hmm. They all look the same.
All right.
but the last 2 episodes.
More money.
Yeah. And then the last 2 episodes, the Mando's in it. I was like, I forgot how deadly he is. You know, it's just like, this is the way.
We need helmets. The next time, which one do you want? I want to wear Baba or the wear the.
Yeah, we'll go, and then we'll go into Shoppers or something like that, and we'll be like, it's our mask. It's a COVID mask.
This is the way.
Oh man, I think we have a great season coming up, and Andy, for the season opener, I just wanted to really appreciate you, and
Thank you.
man, come back and visit us
For
sometime.
sure, anytime, guys.
Heck
Thank
yeah,
you.
the season openers, like Andy's just broke the ice, and now we're just gonna, the gates are open, and we're gonna run wild like a pack of horses.
Yeah.
Wild horses, not geldings, wild.
Not yelling, not broke ones.
Right? We're wild.
We're not broke.
We're not broke-did.
Or broke back mountain.
Oh man, we have fun on this show. You know, first of all, I just want to thank everybody that's working behind the scenes, and Tyler for coming down, Andy. We actually brought people from outside of the city where we're in right now in Regina, because that's what this show is, Indigenous lifestyle show for everyone across the province, on the interweb, wherever. If you got data, you can talk to.
There's none of that. He doesn't even go here around here. Because we're all family.
Yeah, we are. You know, definitely.
for sure.
We are, regardless of where you're from.
Well,
whatever
we all
walk of life.
cousins, yep.
Yep. We all did time somehow.
Right.
Okay, cool.
That's
Well,
it.
we got a minute left. You want to kick a freestyle while I beatbox?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, you know how to rap?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I can't rap against you, Brad. You know that.
Okay, I'll pull your drum. I'll rap real quick.
Okay.
You down for this?
I'm down, I'm listening.
Okay, guys.
I'll do backup vocals.
Yeah, just go. What's that? Okay. Once upon a time, not long ago, when the fish were abundant, where the river will flow, I heard a lot of stories how the days would go, picking buckets full of berries at a pace that's slow. Nowadays, it's industrial change, productivity margins, and pie charts for the pay. It ain't the same, even poisons in our park lakes. They used to drink rainwater, now it's not safe. Swimming in the water to the water that's not there. It's hard to earn a dog, because today we just don't care. Take everything for granted, grid roads instead of granite. Horses are a thing of the past, how did they manage? Boom, that's it. RezX, that's what you call improv at its finest.
It's a thing of beauty, you can't teach that.
Boom. Once again, thank you guys, everyone, for watching. Once again, I just want to thank everybody. We're wrapping up here, RezX TV on AccessNOW. I'm Brad Bellegarde.
Tyler Tootoosis.
And a big
Bellegarde.
thanks to our guests here. Tune in next Sunday when we actually come back.
Right.
Boom.
We will be back.
Cold flows and old souls with gold pros. Old foes who sold shows and hit lows. I got it all under my belt. No need to wonder why my microphone melt. It gets held in a manner like people climbing the ladder. The brains are going bananas.
Right on. You should have seen Groot just dancing while you're there.
See him? Yeah, I just seen him.
Break it down! Break it down! Do that move!
I looked over there and all of a sudden I just see him going like this. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, and my clip is the sentence. I'm a menace to paragraphs when my audio enters the entrance. And it's just the beginning. I've been building my faculty to have a team of precision. We're winning. So gather around and let us celebrate. I write my lyrics for people's spirits to elevate.